Okay, so you spoke about Masai. Dallas and Masai.
Wait, is he saying
Now, in Dallas,
LeBron could go to the
they
Mavericks?
got golf. You got Macau in the Sands
And
group.
those are all the
And then
reasons?
with Masai, you got the whole continent. of
What?
Africa. A lot comes with Dallas and Masai.
Welcome, you're locked into the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, and I'm here because I was summoned, I guess, in some way. We're going to talk about LeBron James's free agency. We'll talk about the whiteboard. We'll talk about what are we all doing here. I'm normally joined by the One More Thinking, Isaac Harris. He's taking care of a family matter, and so send some prayers and thoughts to him. Thanks to everybody in the chat that did yesterday on that. And yeah, let's talk about this LeBron James coming to the Mavericks because Rich Paul got on his podcast and put out a whole whiteboard with all the different reasons for each of the teams. It's beyond silly season at this point in the NBA. This is something we've never seen in the NBA. And so I was like, all right, the bat signal is up. The raccoon signal is up. The raccoon squad assemble. We've got to talk about this. All right, I guess we'll start with this video.
Okay, so you spoke about Masai. Dallas and Masai. Now, in Dallas, they got oil, they got golf, you got Macau in the Sands group, and then with Masai, you got the whole continent of Africa. A lot comes with Dallas and Masai. Okay.
A lot comes with Dallas and Masai. So he's going through this list. Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, who has become like this media personality, he's got this podcast with Max Kellerman, who's was of ESPN. I'm pretty sure I think he's still there, but was big time there. And they've had some crazy stuff. We've talked about segments of that show on this show in the past. This is the one that most currently and most closely touches the Dallas Mavericks because the Mavs are literally mentioned in this. So you see in that box right there, it says Dallas and Masai. So he's going through each one of these. And he's like, all right, what is the reason for the Mavericks or for LeBron James to go to these places? And so you see a couple of the boxes like top right, Mitchell, Harden, Mobley, Allen, Cavs. Like, okay, great. No Garland is a minus apparently. You got, so I can't even read some of the things he's saying. Spurs, he just has underlined. He's got the Nuggets out to the side a little bit where it's Murray, Cam Johnson, Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Jokic. Kroenke is in a little, brackets behind there. So it's each of these is reasons to go to these places. Ant, Melo, LaMelo, Jaden McDaniels, Gobert, reason to go to Minnesota, the reasons to go to the Heat. And then the Mavs are written down on the side, Dallas and Masai, which at face value, I just go, okay, well, why would Masai be such a big reason for LeBron to go to the Mavericks? I think it's a compliment. I think it's a compliment. And I think that's the way that Mavs fans should take it. I don't think LeBron is going to the Mavericks because of oil, golf, Macau with the connection with the Las Vegas Sands group, and Africa because of Masai. LeBron and Rich Paul are looking at the Mavericks as a business opportunity. Hey, I can make all these business connections with different oil groups that are connected to the Mavericks. Golf there is great. LeBron's obviously apparently super into golf now. Macau and Africa are big, business areas that LeBron could get into where he all of a sudden becomes, he gets connections there to places that he didn't have before. He's looking at the Mavericks like a CEO. Everybody else has team reasons. The Celtics one right there, Brad and Tatum, Brad Stevens, their team president, and obviously Jason Tatum. You look at the Sixers up right next to the Mavericks. Tyrese Maxey, I don't know why he's a star next to him. VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, Steph and Dre written up at the top for the Warriors, I guess. And everybody else has a team reason. The Mavericks are the one that is the Mavericks are the only one that is the business reason for the for LeBron James. And so that's why I look at this list and I think there's no way LeBron's coming to the Mavericks, because if it's only business reasons, think about LeBron James holistically. Think about the entirety of what LeBron wants to be and wants to do. He wants to have a retirement tour, I think, where they've already reported that it's going to be filmed. They've already reported that it's going to be this big, documentary type thing where they see everything that he does in the final stages of his career and go through all that. And would he want to do that with with the Dallas Mavericks, and with those reasons, like the business reasons, be the only ones. That seems strange to me. The other thing that's strange about this is that you go back to this chart. Kyrie is not on this list at all. Kyrie is not on the list. And if Kyrie is not on the list, what? That's so strange to me. Andrew Wiggins got a spot on this list. Cam Johnson got a name on this list. Right? VJ Edgecombe got a name on this list. Rudy Gobert got a name on this list. Jaden McDaniels. Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell got a spot on the list, but not Kyrie Irving, who he's called his little brother. Now, there was the thing recently where they did that 2016 Cavs reunion, and Kyrie didn't attend to it, and apparently, reportedly ghosted them. But then Kyrie responded, and Kyrie was working at like a kid's, like a camp. And so it probably just didn't work with his schedule, is what my guess would be on that. But to mention the Mavericks, and it to be specifically Masai and not Kyrie, not Flagg, not anything else that the Mavericks have, like, and to mention Davion Mitchell as one of them. Now, this is also Rich Paul's version of the reasons. So it probably is not the only thing that LeBron is considering when it comes to the Mavericks. But if you just look at it in that way, it's one, a ridiculous exercise that is just so strange to me. And two, paints the Mavericks as this business opportunity and not what he thinks is a basketball opportunity. Coming up, let's talk about what the basketball opportunity would be, why the Mavericks would not be interested in LeBron, but why, if he came, it would be fascinating. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. The biggest stage in world soccer is here. Every match feels like it has the potential for a memorable moment. One goal can completely change the energy of a game, shift momentum, and alter the outcome in an instant. That's what makes tournament soccer so exciting. From the opening whistle to the final kick, all those matches have been absolutely incredible. And right now, you can take advantage of FanDuel's new feature, Every Goal Pays. If you bet on a match and you get bonus bets for every goal that's scored in that match, so if you think there's going to be one with like 5 goals in it or something, boom, turn on the token, take advantage of it, go do it right now. There's all kinds of stuff with the World Cup. I'm going to try to not make the mistake I made yesterday with with doing a match that was actually being played while I was recording. USA, Belgium. USA minus 104. It's going down. It was minus 120. Then last night it was minus 114. Now it's minus 104. Belgium is now minus 118. So they are now the favorite. The money has moved there a lot. It seems like Portugal and Spain. Spain, the favorite there on that one, minus 230. So all kinds of stuff you can do on FanDuel. Go check it out. And right now you can take advantage of the Every Goal Pays from the opening whistle to the final kick. Let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Thanks for hanging out with Unlocked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad. That's what we call our listeners. Our listeners. We appreciate you for checking out the show. The 13th, Monday the 13th, we're going to be doing a live show at Four Corners Brewery in downtown, where we'll watch the Mavs Summer League game. Hopefully, we're seeing Larry and we're seeing Morez and we're seeing all those guys play. That'd be super great. All right, we're talking about this so strange clip of Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, talking about the reasons why to go to the Mavericks. And I just want to take a second and say Kyrie not being part of this and not being listed on the list of reasons, Cooper Flagg not being listed on the list of reasons is so strange. And it's the reason why I think that LeBron looks at the Mavericks as not a basketball destination. He looks at all the others like, all right, how can I win? How can I go to these places and win? With the Mavericks, it's all the other things. It's the Masai connection for Basketball Without Borders and Giants of Africa is Masai's the organization he works with, and all that. I don't think the Mavericks will go for a LeBron James connection, because think about what that would be for this team. You've got this, you're trying to rebuild everything. You've got a young star in Cooper Flagg who's going to be 19, and you're going to bring LeBron James into that ecosystem, and all of a sudden it's going to be LeBron and all of his crew and everything that goes with it. And this Rich Paul stuff, we just went through the Rich Paul stuff with Anthony Davis, and that was a circus. How about with LeBron James? Like twice as much. Kyrie and LeBron, if LeBron didn't mention if Rich Paul didn't put Kyrie as one of the big reasons to go to the Mavericks, do you think that relationship is in a place where Kyrie and LeBron would both be like, yeah, let's do it again. Let's run it back, bro. Let's run it back, dude. Let's do it. Right? That doesn't seem to be the case to me, just trying to read between the lines. I'm sure if it happened, Kyrie and LeBron would rekindle and it would be great, and Kyrie would be professional and all that. I'm not saying anything like that, but it's just a very strange thing to not have Kyrie written on there, to not have Cooper Flagg written on there. And then for the Mavericks, what would that be? What would that situation be like for Dusty May? A new coach, a college coach coming into the NBA, where he's got to now deal with the ego of LeBron James, the figure that is Kyrie Irving, the playing time, the minutes, the trying to figure out how to make the roster work. The Mavs already have a bunch of wings too, because LeBron is basically just like a 4, like a power forward right now. You don't want him really stepping out on the perimeter and defending that much. You don't want to have to depend on him defending out there. He operates in the same kind of places on the floor that Cooper Flagg does right now. There's just a bunch of reasons that it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for LeBron James. There's times in the past I've been like, yeah, let's do it. Go for it. And if it's the mid-level and LeBron's like, hey, I'll come for the mid-level or less than that, and the Mavericks can still do it, I guess you got to think about it. But I don't think LeBron James would take them from, man, they're right now they're like a play-in team to a top 4 team in the West where we're feeling good about going to the finals, or we're feeling like there's an outside shot to do that. I don't think LeBron takes them there. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. But I don't think that I am. He's gonna be 43, right? 42. Yeah, I just don't know about that. I don't know about the Mavericks putting Dusty May in that position where he's now got to deal with all this, and he's now he's being more than a tactician. He's dealing with the egos, and he's dealing with the personalities, and he's dealing with the circus of all of it. The media circus around the Mavericks, if LeBron James comes here, would be insane. He would be the best player they could get for the money. I'll say that. There's not any more players out there that are available via free agency that the Mavericks could get where I'd go, oh yeah, that guy, that's a better option than LeBron. I will say that. But this is ridiculous. Oil, golf, Macau, Africa, Dallas and Masai. You gotta love it. Subscribe to the show. We're getting close to 50,000 subscribers. Appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. We'll have more on real stories that come out probably later. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs.
Peace out.